Hello, everyone. It is Miss Barker here, and I'm going to be showing you all today how to access resources for your AP seminar class. So, the first task we need to do is we need to get to the library website. There's two ways we can do this. The first way is through the Old Rochester High School webpage, but the other way is just to do an easier Google search. So, I'm going to go AHS Library. And it's just going to be the first thing that pops up. It's going to be orhs.weebly.com. From here, we're going to be going, after things load, to department. And then from here, we're going to be going to English, AP Seminar, and Mock Report Brunelle. On this page, I really want it to be one-stop shopping for you all. I want you to be able to have any questions that you want answered on here, and also even have additional presentation tools. I really, really want this to be one-stop shopping. So to begin with, I have your class questions up here. And then I also down below have the relevant databases for you. Now, if you're accessing these databases in the school computer lab or through a different device that is school issued, you will not need to use this database password link. But if you are accessing this from your Mac or at home, you're going to need to access this to get access to these different databases. Now, one of my favorite databases is Opposing Viewpoints in Context. It has a relevant and current data and information and a lot of different various sources, which is really helpful for AP Seminar because they want you to synthesize a lot of different resources and a lot of different viewpoints, hence Opposing Viewpoints. So one of the first questions that was really interesting to me is the first one right here. So, the differences between traditional schooling systems and vocational schooling systems affect people's success and preparedness in the workforce. When I read this question, I start to try to pull out different keywords to search for because I can't obviously put this entire thing in and get a lot of resources in these databases. I have to actually break it down into keywords. So for me, vocational schooling is going to be a huge one. Workforce, traditional school, preparedness. Oh, I don't want that. So I am going to try typing vocational school and see what I get. So when I type in vocational school, you can start to see that I actually have different resources start to pop up. So I want vocational technical high school. Let's try that. But I could also try vocational school. I'm just interested in seeing what I get. So when I click that, I just get news, which I'm looking for news, but I'm also looking for some more general resources. So that one's a little too specific. So let's go vocational school. So once it is loading, I'm going to get some interesting things. So I get some viewpoints, which are really helpful. So they're going to have viewpoints on different issues, and they're going to be different size. Some are going to be biased. Some are not going to be biased. So they're different viewpoints. I have an image. I also have some reference, biographies, magazines, audios, news, academic journals. I'm going to have a plethora of different stuff. But the first thing that kind of popped out at me is vocational schools and apprenticeships. Maybe I just want to get like a basis of knowledge about vocational schools and use the data that I have here as just kind of a starting point. So right away, I see vocational schools pops up because that is my thing that I searched. And you just can go through this and see the amount of information that they have. I want to point out the tools over here. I know a lot of you have at this point in time have used a Gale database before, but again, I just want to point these out. Citation tools is going to be really important for you. When I looked at the different rubrics for AP Seminar, citation is so important, and you get marked down a lot for not having the correct citation or a citation at all. So you are going to be using MLA 8. So get the citation right away, copy it, keep it in a safe spot. You can also instead download. So my favorite thing to do is to save it to my Google Drive. That way I have it in a folder on my Google Drive, and then I can also start to share those resources. So for you working with your classmates, sharing those resources is really going to be important. And then you can kind of, divvy up who is going to be searching for what. Also, you can have the PDF that you download, but my favorite is going to be saving this to my Google Drive. When you do save this to your Google Drive, it will actually have the citation down here, and this citation is the MLA 8 citation. So you actually would not even have to go to the citation tool area right here. Just by clicking download and saving to your Google Drive, you're going to be able to save it. If I go back, you can kind of see that there's more resources, but I also want to show you another database and then also a website that's interesting to me. eLibrary is also going to be a great resource. I had success with searching vocational schools. Let's try adding in another search term now. So I'm searching vocational schools, but I was also really interested in the keyword workforce, but you have to spell it correctly. So when I do vocational schools and the workforce, I might get some new sources and some new information that I hadn't found before because I've added in that keyword workforce, but it has to load. As you can see as well, they have a lot of different variety of information too. Okay, finally. So the first one is not interesting to me at all. I've also got something with a pipeline, which could be interesting. Oh, but the third one right here says editorial vocational schools provide a good leg up for many Maine kids. And actually, this was from June 2017. So this is going to be some really interesting current news that came out of Maine. So that's going to be local. eLibrary again has some of the same tools as one of the Gale databases. I have my citation view up here, and then I also have the ability to save it to my Google Drive. But before that, I actually kind of just want to read through a little bit. Instead of things being, they have things bolded and also in red. So if I look through, yep, sure enough, I've got things on benefits that will be really interesting to me. I've got things that say talking about the different technical high schools. So this could actually be a really good resource. Citation tools, I'm going to grab that MLA citation and I'm going to paste it somewhere safe. So the last thing that I want to show you is all sides. All sides goes through all sides of different news media outlets and different biases. So right away you can see that they have from the center, from the right, from the left. I'm going to mix this up a little bit, and I'm interested in learning more about unemployment and mental health. So I'm going to go search right here, and I'm going to search unemployment, and I'm going to search mental health. And this time I'm going to put in quotes just because I wanted to search specifically for mental health. If I don't put it in quotes, it could search for mental health, it could also search for mental and or health. So again, I just have to wait for it to search. And when I'm looking for this last month. So let's see what kind of fell through this last month. Some unemployment rate. No, I'm not really finding things that I'm interested in. So maybe if I do mental health just like this and I don't narrow it down. And let's try this. Oh, so instantly I had some other things pop up. Ooh, this is interesting. Study unemployment makes men unattractive and crazy. Breitbart News. So if I have something Breitbart, it's going to aim heavily on the right, and you can see that it's heavily on the right here. So with Breitbart, I'm going to be looking at this news source. But this is really going to help you with your AP seminar. Have different viewpoints, different, aiming on the left, aiming on the right, because you're going to be really synthesizing this information. So if it ever loads, of course, it can't be reached at this time. But this is kind of where you can find different resources. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I've just pulled out 3 different resources on this page. There is a lot more here. If you have any questions, just let Miss Brunelle know, or you can email me. I am AlisonBarker@oldrochester.org, or you can wait to see me next week. I'll be at the library. And I hope you have happy searching, and I hope you have a great day.